Hey guys, it's Centurion Master and welcome back to World of Warships. Today we're in the German Tier 2 destroyer, the V25. And what a beautiful little destroyer this is. What an absolute beast. I love this ship. It's probably, of all the ships in this game, pathetically probably my most favourite ship. Simply because I have decent games in it. It's easy to play, fun to play. And I think more importantly, that's probably why I do so well. We're down here at this tier because my partner in crime, Faye Blue, currently in the Japanese Tier 3 Wakataki, is working away down that line, so I thought I'd give her a little bit of assistance, and whenever I pick a lower tier German ship, it is always the one I'm going to pick. So this is our first double up of the day, and it turned out to be an half decent game. So at this point, just going to shoot off towards the centre of the map, see if I can find any early targets to get my teeth into with this little gem. Good thing about the V25 is obviously got those forward facing torpedoes. Gives you a really good tactical advantage. There we are. Just sort of like steamroll ships head on, and you've got that chance to land some or slap some torpedoes straight into the broadside of an oncoming enemy. But at this point we're just going to hover around this position, and there we have one target spotted. I do like that new little addition to the game, but they've brought in there just letting you know when you have spotted somebody, as if them appearing on a map isn't enough, but it's nice to know that you're the one that's done the spotting. So we get some torpedoes off. Fantastic reload time as well on this ship. Oh my god, it's just absolutely unbelievable. And again, another target at a distance, so looking for a chance to maybe get some torpedoes off. And we'll chance our arm at that one.
Generator started.
Haven't reviewed a V25. I suppose the lower tier ships are something that I probably don't ordinarily think need reviewing. You don't really spend a lot of time in them, do you, before trying to move down to a higher tier ship? But I've got to be honest, whenever I'm getting a bit bored of anything of a slightly higher tier, or to be perfectly honest, I'm getting my arse kicked, I do like to come down and drop into the V25. You can always guarantee, if nothing else, you're going to have a pretty fun game. It's just so manoeuvrable. So manoeuvrable, in fact, I'm going to cream into this island. But it is an all-round, it's a really fantastic ship. The guns, you know, pretty crap really for what they are, but you don't expect anything less. You know, they'll do a bit of damage, but with this monstrous reload time, fantastic manoeuvrability, decent speed, and really good detection range. 5.4 standard. Give it down a little bit with some additional points on your captain, or a little bit of camouflage, etc. As we get some shots off into St. Louis, get a fire going early. So one destroyer down a piece. Oh, and there we have it. A very uncommon occurrence of any game I'm playing with Faye Blue. She's dead. Will provide no further assistance in this game, but it's not something I'm completely not used to, shall we say. Bless her cotton socks. She tries her best, but she's still developing her skill sets, shall we put it that way. Okay, we try and get some shots off into this now dead cruiser, and with 3 ships to 2 down and some cap points down, so early doors pretty decent, level, competitive game, and I'm really looking for some potential targets now to get these torpedoes in. I've been hanging around the back long enough. Now we need to start picking some targets up and start racking up this damage and having an impact on this game. Now we're having a sow in the distance, so a chance to get some torpedoes into the side of that beast. Very tough and rugged ship at that tier. So get them away. 6k range on torpedoes. Not the best, but because of a fantastic detection, you can get in close really quickly, get them off, and then get away using your speed boost, or just for general manoeuvrability of his ship. It's a very good ship for evading incoming fire. There we have, so focused on trying to get some shots off into that destroyer that I beach it. But there we have our first kill of the game. Shoots us up to 36,500 damage. No, I can't stay around here too long. I've got to get out of here. But thanks to the speed and manoeuvrability of this little beast, I'm back in open waters and away, and looking for the next target. Substantially down now on cap points. 6 ships to 4. So not the best start, but all is not lost yet. My thoughts at this point, just maximise that detection range really. Get as close as I can to as many targets as I can. And just do whatever damage I can with the torpedoes. Obviously a fantastic reload time on this. I just can't stress that enough. I know it's a tier 2 destroyer, but you can absolutely man mode games. And I make a big mistake here. With Durian in distance, I could have sworn he was going to cut in between these 2 islands. So I put the island between me and him. Started to get some torpedoes off. I did it a little bit too early. Wasn't 100% sure exactly the course he was going to take. Kind of got conned a little bit by the predictive marker there. Only to sit here realising I've wasted a smoke to see him sail past the island on the other side. Just slightly frustrating to say the least. But nonetheless, try and utilise his smoke, get some shots into St. Louis. Low health ship. See if we can get rid of him. If I don't, I'm pretty confident somebody else will. So down to 4 ships now, one of which is pink, so can't necessarily be trusted. Had to get that one in there. I'm sure he's a really good player. Okay, so massively down now on cap points. At this point you kind of feel like the game's going to just play out to a loss. But I refuse to give up. There's still more kills in this for me yet. Starting with that Bellerophon. Let's see if we can get into a position over there where we can get some rounds down, get some torpedoes in. 36.9, 37 knots now. It's a really manoeuvrable ship, really speedy, the V25. And with those torpedoes, it's absolutely lethal in the right circumstances. You run down a very slow battleship with a, an absolutely agonisingly traverse speed. Agonisingly slow. You can just get in and slap them into the side of it really quickly and just circle round and get out of there. But this has rapidly become certainly one of my favourite ships. I really like the Kagero, a tier 8 Japanese destroyer. And I've said many times in videos about the Japanese destroyers tend to really suit me and my style of play, but I've got to be honest, I've not had anywhere near as much fun in any other ship. Maybe the Bismarck and those secondaries, but this little baby is an absolute pearl. And there we have a St. Louis in the distance. Bellerophon's cutting behind that island, so we'll do what we can. As we said about the guns, don't deal the most damage in the world, so it takes a good 4 to 5 salvos to take the remainder 800 odd points, I think, on the St. Louis. But this salvo should do it now. And there we have a second kill of a game. 37,500 damage, 4 torpedo strikes, so not too bad. 6 ships to 3 now. I've got to get into position pretty quickly, but we've already got a G101, I think it is, moving into our cap. Trying to alert the friendly ships to that fact, because if they don't do anything about it, we're going to lose by cap points. Oh, and here we have An array of targets in the distance. Sailing perfectly broadside for me. Obviously at this point they'll know they're detected, but they don't know where I am. So I want to get some torpedoes off and just try and stay outside of that detection range. I think at the moment it's about 5.2 with camouflage. Let's see what we can do here. Really need to get a kill. Try and take these two ships out as quick as we can and start heading towards the cap, because it doesn't look as if our friendly ships are all that interested. Yeah, and hopefully he's going to slap home now and take care of his Bellerophon. And we'll get some more off just in case they don't. But we do. Devastating strike, high caliber. Third kill of a game. Now we know he's behind that island. Use the island for cover. Close the distance, get in. Excuse me. This will be a chance now to show what these forward-facing torpedoes are capable of. At this point, not sure whether he's got to come round to the left or right hand side of the island. Kind of figured the best bet was going to be I go around to the left, because either way I'm going to hit him broadside on, or he's going to be turning to his left. Either way I should have the advantage. But it's definitely going to be a torpedo attack here. I'm not going to be able to get the guns on and do significant enough damage at this range quick enough to secure the kill. And there he is. So we get some shots. Some shots in, some torpedoes off. That first one's a bit too shallow, but here we go. The second one looks like it might do us. And there we have it. Another torpedo strike, another kill. 4 kills of a game. All of a sudden it's 3 apiece. We now have a cap points lead, but we're in danger of losing by cap. At this point I'm desperately trying to get the attention of the other 2 ships. They've got to try and do something. I'm not sure why they've moved over there in the first place. I mean, protect the cap at all costs. But we get the speed boost on. And it's just a race now. It's a race to the cap. I've got to try and get inside there and stop the cap before the game's over. But I think this Karlberg's going to do me a small favour. I think he's going to move out the cap. If he didn't, the game's over. He gets a bit greedy. So I know there's 2 DDs somewhere. I know there's one over on the right hand side. And there's one I don't know the location of, but surely it's going to be in the cap circle, probably tucked in behind the island. And the Karlberg just moves out. It gives me a little bit extra time to get in. See, I was sweating like a stuffed pig at this point would be an understatement. 4 kills, 75,500 damage. This is not a game I wanted to lose. And at times we were so far behind it looked a bit of a pointless task. But the V25 always pulls it out of the bag when you need it to. Here we are, I'm going to stay on current course, just put the island. There he is, he's just give us a little indication of where he is. He is tucked in behind that island now. Which way is he going to come? From the left, from the right? So at this point I know I'm safe. I've just got to make the right decision, but it's all guesswork at this point. So we're detected. There he is. It is the other side. We need to get some shots off as quick as we can. There you go, the torpedoes. Some good manoeuvres there by the enemy DD captain. Avoids all of them. Now this is a chance where we can put these guns to use. As I've said, they don't do massive amounts of damage. But in this situation, I should have the edge. I'm just going to pummel him whilst trying to move away. Now maybe his torpedoes have been taken out. Now he's got to drive some shots home into him as quick as we can and seal his kill. He is going to have got some torpedoes off possibly. Oh, there it is, Kraken unleashed. And he has. The little bugger's got some away. He's taken on the nose. It's not enough. We stop the flooding, and all of a sudden out of nowhere it's 2 ships to 1. And you'd never have believed this 5 minutes ago. And now it's 1 apiece, and we're back to being behind on points. There's no way I can win at this point by securing a cap and just blocking a cap. Some nice little messages there from Distant Horizon and so. Appreciated. And now some shameless advertise of my YouTube channel. Well, it's been a good game. You can't really blame me. I've pretty much carried the entire team, so I appreciate their positive words, and I'm going to try and make the most of it. But now it's me against the Kohlberg. Not really sure at this point the best way of going about it. Stay out of range, you just fire torpedoes to death. Getting close and try and use those forward facing torpedoes. He's on half health, so I could have a chance of doing that if I'm manoeuvrable enough. But we get some off. But at this point he knows I'm going to be firing torpedoes. He's surely not going to be staying on the same path for too long. There we go, we're now in detection range. Just going to get some shots off. This is where I'm going to rely on every ounce of that rudder shift and that manoeuvrability to V25. Keep me out of harm's way. I'm down to just under 2,500 hit points left. I cannot lose this game now. I've done too much work. 5 kills, 84,500 damage. I am dodging like my life depends on it. And there we are, we're back out of detection range. So we get some torpedoes off to the left hand side of the island, and at this point kind of guessed he was going to tuck in behind it somewhere, so I'm going to snap some off to the right hand side, slightly ahead of the predicted path. And hope for the best. Again, just give me some distance between me and him. He's firing randomly all over the shop, desperately trying to seal a win here, knowing I'm on low health. But now he's tucked in behind there. I need to cut back in quickly, close the distance as soon as I can, possibly get some torpedoes off at close range. Minimise the advantage he's going to have in gunpowder. At this point I'm absolutely begging. I'm begging to see him come round the right hand side of the island. I am dripping. Is he? Yes! He's there! And he's dead! Ah, it's just like living it all over again. Brilliant game. Perfectly demonstrates exactly what the V25 is capable of. And exactly what a Wakataki is not capable of in the wrong hands. No offence. Love it to bits. So 199,000 silver, 4,500 experience, 224 free experience, 2 devastating strikes. We got a Confederate, Kraken Unleashed, and a high caliber, 19,500 damage. So I was pleased with that. 44 hits, 10 torpedo strikes, 4 incapacitations, for 6 kills, which is always nice, 3 fires, 6 of the 10 caused flooding, and some defended points there as well, with 5 enemy ships spotted under those circumstances. So yeah, not a bad game. Really pleased with that. And that was good enough obviously to put us at the top of the board. Felt really good about that. Carried the game in a really dire situation. It's something I don't do very often, so when it happens I'm exceptionally pleased. But yeah, the V25 guys, I'll probably do a bit more detailed review in the next couple of videos. But yeah, fantastic ship. Really enjoyed that game. Hope you did too. If you like the channel, if you like the content, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And any ideas, any thoughts you've got on future videos, or any ways I could possibly improve these videos, feel free to drop me a comment. I really appreciate the feedback. Anyway guys, I'll catch you next time. Take care.